Text me, Ishmael. 1. Ability to evaluate different genres of creative writing. LinkedIn, Jim has switched from the higher education industry to the insurance industry. Transferable skills. Your inner child galloping along the rocky ridge. Did you happen to catch the YouTube of the man trying to cross Halibut Point Road? So intoxicated he finally lies down and rolls? Himalayan poppies lining the wall and huge marigolds under the windowsill. Breaking dawn after another night, the husband trudges out into the morning's mouth. He's bending at the stern of the vessel. He's hauling in the nets. What does he bring home through the door in the evening? What skill set? 2. The hill is made of old red sandstone from the Devonian period. Out of the fort at Craig Howell, the tiny iron figures marched onto your windowsill, bearing knives and bayonets. In the meantime, we brewed some strong tea, and inside the chambers of our hearts, matchsticks formed the figures of men. Our sister crumpled in the ditch. Old friend, they lay you flat upon the table and lifted out the sour parts. And your new life began. Your children still clung to your hips. They did not know the difference. And I lit the lantern in the evening, and I set out the bowls of seeds. Inside the greenhouse, under the wrinkled glass, our sister is standing up and dressing herself. 3, always trudging out into the morning's mouth, out through the front door and up the coast, across the seedlings, the artichokes, goldfinches nesting in the hedge. Galloping child, hopeful daughter, friend request. There the fringe is eaten away by moths, and there bright snowberries decorate the creek. What smooth beast, asters and geranium, a horse struggling in a ditch. Imagine that we had a long enough rope and the strength, that the carousel never stopped turning, the bright eyes and manes. How different each morning, and how long would you keep hauling it in, planting the pumpkins, gathering the fleece? Listen, the looms are clicking and thumping, wool pulled thin and looking for a place. 4, our sister crumpled in the ditch, months for the bruise to disappear, green lake filling up under a long, flat sky. The surface looked as though it would spill right over, and we stared and stared, but did not know any strategy with which to contain it. Lots of times they do remain behind bars. We thought about the shadows marching across the men's faces, not how to manage the fear or the tendency to return. Far away, several bottlenose dolphins headed for the west coast at breakneck speed, carrying radiation from the spill. And somewhere else a hand stroked a harp, and our sister chewed the little pill. 5, linked in over the shining trees, a flock of sandpipers breaks apart, reunites, breaks apart again. In Fort Collins, the fire took more than 82,000 acres, 191 homes, 1 human life. Still the tide rose and fell. I wanted to hold you, to reinvent the old rooms filled with one scent. I spent a year walking the shore. I lifted the stone. I stuck my head deep into the pool, peeked around in there. Cool water, still water, the giant green anemone fastening itself to the driftwood, rough as sandpaper, waving and reaching, every tentacle filled with nerves, and the mouth, big flower. I wanted to bring it home, but I left it there.